The VTubers have beaten them, or at least we've all come to an understanding. As once again, we are back now with Quinn, aka Quinn69, who, as you may recall, had some choice words regarding VTubers 2 weeks ago, and who has now responded by joining the VTuber revolution. Yes, at this time, actually using a VTuber avatar of his own, and then referencing his earlier statements, saying that he did not feel that it was his community that was harassing IRyS on stream, and even modding IRyS on his channel, saying that she could check his own logs to see and compare with the users that were harassing her, and instead saying that the majority of harassers would likely be from the livestream fail subreddit, while also addressing other comments that he made here.
There's a kernel of truth, right? Any good joke or any good comedy, there's like truth to it, right? But ultimately, it's mainly a meme with a kernel of truth, right? Like yeah, it's obviously like it's kind of true, like what I'm saying in certain ways, but I don't mean it in a toxic, negative, like cancel all VTubers kind of way. It's more like just a meme, right? What is it like? Listen. I'm holding back a smile right now. Like so hard. That's my fake disgust face, not my actual disgust face. My actual disgust face looks a lot more disgusting, and I don't meme or rant about something. I will be like either sad and depressed about it, or I'll be like literally livid and raging. Man, they put in their little VTuber avatars, some kawaii cute little cat girl, and they talk in this stupid faking voice. Oh my god, I'm a little bitch. So I'm just commenting, I'm saying like the kernel of truth here is I'm commenting that yeah, they do, a lot of them do use voice changes, and a lot of them do put on that voice, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Okay, then I say they pretend to be 13, because they do, a lot of the VTubers, if not all of them, they pretend to be, like they act childish in many ways, right? And so that's why I say they act like a 13-year-old, because a lot of them do, right? That's everyone knows that. That's just a fact. Like a lot of them act like kids, and then they, and then they do the meme where they like just talk about like dicks and like sex a lot, and that does irk me in a way that like makes me like, it's kind of weird. They got big titties and they're attractive, and it's like, are they aesthetically pleasing? Absolutely. Like you can't tell me like that Veibae model doesn't look pretty good. You can't tell me that. Like, let's be real here. It looks pretty good, right? Like it does. Like, I mean, and then you can't tell me that's not a nice. That's like, I mean, dude, this model here is also like, I mean, you can look at any, they're all pretty aesthetically pleasing, right? And then that thing that's weird is the fact that they act like kids and they talk about sex constantly, dude. And it's like the archetype of VTubers, and that's what I'm pointing out.
And so yes, Quinn does have some history as to finding VTubers aesthetically pleasing, with one of those being VShojo's Veibae, now promising a brand new model coming Sunday, April 3rd, and showing off this censored version now on Twitter, as well as also a brand new lore video. As Snuffy would respond, saying, "Alexa, cancel all my plans. I've been waiting for that." And illustrator Akagi was also on hand, saying, "I love her new design, which is divine." Also here now, we have Lord Athelston tweeting out today, "Feels so lucky to have made the music and background music for Vei's debut and lore video. So much time went into this with some really talented people. Can't wait for everyone to see." As we can't wait to see more of this smiley bean. That's right, Riku is working further on Athelston's model, which we hope to see debut soon. Bringing us now to Athelston's brother in crime. That's right, it's Mary, at Mary Dog, lead writer of Merryweather Comics and Dog Boy, who will also soon be sporting a Daya Riku model. And dropping on us this, humanity cried out in despair as the celestials of heaven looked down with apathy, and the diamonds of the underworld looked up with amusement. But nature is territorial, giving us this huge tapestry featuring a winding dragon and loads of other potential lore, including some very familiar devils. As once again, Mary and others with Merryweather Comics are in charge of Veibae's lore video, with Mary promising this one to be twice as ambitious as the booby lore video. And now for some reactions to reactions. Once again, here we have Asmongold, a self-described professional neckbeard and org owner of the OTK network, who has recently raised $500,000 for charities going to Ukraine. And yes, is certainly living his life in moments of pure bliss, as here on stream he could be seen sneakily actually following Natasha Nanners of VShojo, and then not addressing it. Yes, he is quite the fan of cat girls.
Check out dude, are we talking about that VTuber thing, the Quinn69 VTuber thing? Listen, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it a $150 on this VTuber thing. I think that VTubers basically, like, VTubing is like cheating for girls. It is. It's cheating. because you get to, like, you go in there. It is.
It's because it's true, chat. It's because it's true. I would say the majority, I would say like, let's like 80% plus, they all have very young avatars, and they all act in a way that is childish, and it is, and it is portrayed as like a kid, but then they're also talking about really sexual shit.
That these are just things that make me uncomfortable, and I think it would just be better if they did not exist. That's all there is to
True.
it. It's gross, dude. Yes, it's gross. That's the only thing that I have against it. Everything else, if you are a perfectly legal of-age cat girl with mega milkers, please DM me.
There it is. There it is.
And now please keep in mind that these remarks were made before many events had occurred with Baru, the comfy panda VTuber.
It's like, yeah, there's the reasons why people are like, VTubers wear them out, right? But there's nothing wrong with being a VTuber inherently. It's just if you do a bunch of these weird mechanics, it is kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe, but I got nothing against actual VTubers, you know? Great example of a VTuber that's blocked me, but he's actually a pretty good example of a VTuber that's, you know, Amaral Baharu, dude. He's not pretending to be a 13-year-old girl talking about sex constantly. And I mean, he's doing a little bit of the parasocial relationship meme, I mean, for sure. But generally speaking, he's a great example of like a non-cringe VTuber, right? That's a great example of how to be a VTuber and not be cringe, right? That's a great example. Amaral Baharu is a great example of it. Like, that's a stellar VTuber right there.
And we would love to give you a clip of what Destiny had also said about VTubers, but as this individual is now permanently banned from Twitch, we are not allowed to play any clips on the platform. But speaking of Twitch, we now turn to Hololive English's Amelia Watson, who this Friday on April 1st is promising a Holomyth collab, and then the next day, a Twitch debut, saying, for those of you curious, here's my Twitch channel. We will be doing a short introduction and then playing a Twitch-only game. And yes, it is true, we now have a military VTuber, as there is now a brand new VTuber for the Italian Air Force, now debuted recently last week in this 1.5-minute instructional video. Further along in Europe, we also have Nijisanji English's Vox Akuma, the demon from the past, seen together with Reimu Endo in this work from Naka at Carol Naka, as these two are so well known to find it difficult to get along, and also as this demon from the past just casually had a 38,000 viewer stream today, making some steak and eggs with a hand cab and celebrating 500,000 YouTube subscribers. As Banna would serve this up for Vox, yes, that's right, it's a custom VTuber asset of caviar paste on toast, one of his absolute favorite meals. And despite all the success, unfortunately, he is still receiving clear abuse, as Cien brought us this saying, sorry, but after seeing the slap meme, I can't help it. This in response to Vox saying, I stole Nina's star in Mario Party and she slapped me in the face. This is great. Yes, the slap memes just keep coming, with Buri saying, I heard you talking about my big clock. And if that was not enough evidence of bully Sanji, here we have Selene Tatsuki, once again putting yet another member in a glass case, with Vox joining the chat and saying that he is fuming right now. And of course, we have wonderful Selene art here from Rai at Rai Aesthetic, giving us Selene with a board, as Ri also posted this to hashtag Artsuki, delivering up this wind-swept Selene and Ember, as lastly, Linda Veer was on hand delivering up some ice cream. And meanwhile, with Hololive Indonesia, now we return to Muna Hoshinova, promising 3D home incoming, and posting this screenshot of her 3D model while belting out a hee-hee. And she was not alone in posting screenshots of her 3D model, as also Hololive English's Mori Calliope gave us this hi, as also Hololive English's Takanashi Kiara showed off some still shots of her 3D model here on stream and saying, can you guess which Kiwawa is the real one? With Kiara collaborator and superfan Mamaloni taking one of those images and making it her phone lock screen. Also with Hololive Indonesia, we have Irani EO15 suspiciously promising 3D at home on April 1st, while Hololive Indonesia's Courage Ali is in a little bit of a battle with her Kohai, as seen in this work from Yorobi-san, entitled Boing Boing question mark. And as of course Ali was on hand this morning covering the rest of the Uproar group debuts, yet another brand new group for Hololive production, introducing Gamma here saying, freaking surprised me, taking note that yes, he did mention Apex, as this new member would show off their illustrator skills, dropping on us these manga panels and exposing his gym mates as late sleepers and toxic gamers. As lastly for these debuts, we now have Rio Manase, with Ali labeling this member as adorable cute I want to adopt, further further saying, "This boy full of cuteness, I'm dying. Precious." And taking note of his voice, as this vocalist would end their debut with a song, leading Ollie to finish up with "Everyone debuted safely. 7 new co-highs means more simping." And also dropping on us this, "Yeah, I'll also be debuting my mom on April 1st. It's not a prank." And what is also not a prank is this listing from the Cover Corporation, looking for a director of operations for brand new English-speaking male VTubers. And as this was only posted in Japanese, it is likely that they are looking for a director of operations that does potentially have fluency in Japanese. And once again, Iofi did reveal that herself, Ollie, and the rat of Hololive English, Hakos Baelz, were all watching the Uproar debuts, with Bae posting this, "Are you sad because you don't have drip? Do you want to look even cooler than you do?" Well, the answer is here. Get your Hakos Baelz birthday drip today. Just look at how cool the model is. Bae would also introduce her next stream as "I am looking for cute girl monster. Don't tell IRyS," and then immediately being caught, as this Hololive English V-singer seems to always be watching Bae and keeping her very close by, as evidenced in this work from Decrylis, giving us Nephilim Cozy Karaoke. As in a surprise, IRyS dropped on us this information: new original song release coming on March 31st. Perfect for the spring season, that being releasing on several online platforms. And also regarding the Uproar debuts, it was noticed that Uyu and Nijisanji English's Alira Pandora share some similarities, not only with some symmetry, but they also like hiding one of their eyes and have one of their companions on their shoulders as well. And now for more VTuber news, we turn to our co-host, Lae-Dee.
Ayane Hilo tweets out this image saying soon, while also announcing that they will be taking 2 months off from their IRL job starting April in order to pursue streaming full-time. Rose Doodles announces that between now and Friday, everything will be approved on April 1st, being the suggestions on her throne wish list, showing here what to expect from some harmless items to some questionable ones. Meanwhile, dog VTuber Buff Up would tweet this adorable picture out saying, "This cat is my most valuable treasure, do not touch." Horror VTuber Lena Lazar would also tweet out, "Hanging out with the buds was so fun. I'm the wee wet panda," to which this adorable furball could be found right in between Shia and Buff Up. Radioactive VTuber Vivi announces their official merch drop in collaboration with Uwu Market this weekend, sharing with us a little teaser of what's to come. Also, a congratulations goes out to Vivi for reaching over 2K subscribers on their YouTube channel. Cooking VTuber Onigiri has recently surpassed 30,000 followers on Twitch, saying next stop 50K. A fan animation would be provided by Sammy Dew with a animated onigiri. Live 2D rigger and digital artist Stella shares some of her live 2D model features, tweeting out, "Are you ready for your punishment?" while also tweeting out this yummy bong. And now, back to you, Fall.
Thank you very much, Lae-Dee. And lastly, yes, it's the British android Reiny, trying to convince us that she is 19 years old and going out of her way to try to explain to her Discord server her ultimate tracking setup goals, while also dropping on us this meme template saying, "Keep my waifu's name out your f***ing mouth, Oni-chan," receiving loads of works, including this one from Minister Duke, granting a wish, that coming from Cyberlive's Emma, responding to Reiny with "Slap my..." There were also other horrible instances of assault by this catgirl VTuber, and yes, there will be charges pressed, even if maybe the recipient enjoyed it a little bit. And that is all for this episode. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Join our Discord for other VTuber news. We record live on Twitch, and we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.